Hello everybody, my name is Sparkiplier, and welcome back to another Five Nights at Magic's video. But in all seriousness, if you guys, before we get started, want to do me a favor and go ahead and follow the Twitch if you want to stay up to date with like whenever I'm actually playing. I'm going to be streaming the day of the 7th at about 7:30, 7:45-ish, give or take, and the night of the 8th as well, probably around the same time. If you want to catch me live, we can chat, and then I'm probably going to be doing either on Saturday or Sunday a VOD review replay stream yet again. It went very well and we helped a lot of people. So if that's something that you're interested in, come say hi, come stop by. Anyway, this is a Magic game that we played. We're taking a little bit of pause on like the live commentaries just because I'm a little under the weather. I'm a little bit better now though, so I'm ready to stream whatnot. But this was just a really good game that we had in passing. Already going ahead and backing up, we'll go ahead and go over this little doohickey. Team comp, right? So taking a look, I'm on the red team, the one on the bottom, and we are running with a partner of Hela as the partner for our damage, and Strange Magneto are our tanks, and Cloak and Dagger and Invisible are our healers. Oh my gosh, brain fart. Already starting off, I really want to talk about kind of what you're doing. Like, where's your pathing going, right? We should have a path whenever we're going on these types of maps. This is one that I see a lot of people get kind of mixed up and messed up on quite often. This map is very nice for characters like Magik, Black Panther, Spider-Man, because you're able to take this room on the left or right, both of which are pretty solid because you really either want, we talked about in the last episode, placement of like areas that you were really wanting to desire. We called it left, center, and right, or A, B, and C. So if A is over here on the left side where we are currently, B is in the middle where the main choke is in the path of the cart, and C is going to be this big room over here on the very far right, then well, we are going to want to at least hold two of these. And if our teammate can help us take the third, then that's awesome as well. As you can see, team is going to default to pushing the center of the carts because that's the objective. But because of our role in this game as a damage character, especially that more oriented with a dive character, us moving to the left over here, kind of trying to help break up this big mosh pit that we're going to have in a second, is a very good option for us. They're running a storm and we are very aware of that. I don't really like this character very much to fight against this Magik, but if you ever see her floating close to the ground like this, it's never too bad to try and fish for it. Let's go ahead and talk about this really fast. So a big thing that I've been doing a lot more often as of late, as compared to the other combo. I don't love harping on combos too much, but with the intention of flanking, I think that 9 times out of 10, it is very much in your best interest to go ahead and throw the projectile. It has a very large and serviceable hitbox, so it's very safe a lot of the time. Just because at that point, if we take a look, whenever we throw that, here at the bottom right, by the way, thank you Redrix for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate it, big guy. When you take a look at the bottom right, we have our 2 portals and we have the dash. But if we use both, those are our escape abilities, right? If we use the projectile, we actually are able to save and do a little bit more damage, securing the kill a little bit easier. Especially if they're not looking at you, oftentimes you're probably going to land this hit. I mean, you saw this hitbox. That's low-key kind of robbery, you know? So using this and then being able to dash, even if we don't get the kill, having just the 2 portals is very helpful, because now we have 2 ways of getting out, and we're a lot safer with the invincibility frames of the portal. Taking up here on this high ground, it's the next location that we really want, because this is going to allow them to not play it, and they're all going to be stuck to the middle area. Place the demon down to get some extra shield. Very good that we use the dash to escape rather than to engage. Very tragic death. Doctor Strange burst just claps you up a little bit, just so much damage, man. Okay, back to it. Let's see, what is our pathing here off spawn? We throw the projectile. Now, right here, we attempt to go for more of a brawl with our team. I think I would have actually preferred for myself to move on to the left side like we talked about earlier. But we do have a support ult, so we're able to play this a little bit better, a little bit more comfortably. In situations like these, it's just nice to damage and build up your ultimate stacks. It's always a very good idea to try and do. This Thor is actually ram ranching me over by the cart. Right here, our teammate actually was quite upset that I wasn't able to kill him a little bit quicker, but it's okay. Up until right now, I haven't really done a whole lot, though, in his defense, so it still could be very, very hard for me to help our team out. We do have Dark Child, though, which is great. Move back on into the Invisible Woman ult. So, right here, I know that a lot of the time we talked about, like, brawling and, like, stepping to the tanks and whatnot and helping our team, but whenever squishy characters, Bucky is probably not a good example because this character will, like, on a rainy day clap you up pretty bad, but, like, going for these squishy characters whenever the brawl is going on and they're very, very available for it, it's a very good idea. She actually ducked behind cover, but this is a very, very nice ult nonetheless. Because I thought a lot more of them were going to be killable, but they died just so damn fast that I was not super duper expecting, but not too bad nonetheless. Very, very nice. Okay, moving up. We'll go ahead and talk about this area up here. This kind of goes back into the space taking of ABC. I really love this position because you can walk along this kind of this little ledge of this pole right here as well. Gives you a really cheeky angle on this bridge if they take it up here, so you can kind of invade their privacy and move forward. I really like this angle up here as well because attacking as these flank characters from above is very, very much easier. Imagine if I reacted quick enough and I walked forward and then she's just alone, right? And whenever my dash comes off cooldown, that's an easy 1 to 2 picks, and then I could just escape by going out this door, you know? Especially if we end up hitting the projectile first. But we end up waiting just a second for our team to kind of get settled in. Thor ends up pushing up on us, dropping the demon in this doorway, so that way if he does push us, we can build the stacks and do a little bit extra damage and be a little bit safer. That's a misclick. Don't pay any mind to that. Okay, here it is again, charging at the projectile. Very, very good attempt. Very important to remember, if you go in, hell or high water, whether you land this dash or not, it is incredibly important. I could have easily turned around, probably turning around here, and killing this Magik would have been better, but it was just a very, very fast, like, frame per second situation where I wasn't really paying attention, so I didn't even know she was low until right now, actually. But, whether you land this dash or not, right, it's important that you don't overcommit. Even in this situation where I might have had an option to, Magik is 1 HP, but I don't really know that. It's always a more consistent idea to kind of run back, but I could have gotten a lot more value for my team if I would have killed. I'm not too disappointed in what ended up happening, though. I think this actually works out very well for us. Okay, jump up on the Strange, knock him in the air so we can get some extra damage. Okay, and now we're just going to stack on the cart and make sure that we can grab as much as we can. Okay. This is what we talked about earlier. This Bucky's up here for free on this space. Even if we don't kill him, as long as he's forced out of that area, that's what we really want to look for, so that way he cannot help his team from an off angle like this. Very, very nice. Very solid. Moving in here onto the left, making sure that we can take as much space as possible. This is a pretty decent angle. It just sucks that our team ended up falling a little bit early. In this situation, like this one, it's much better, rather than to use the knock up in the air, when they're walking back into you like this, placing the demon can give you a lot more value. You're going to get a lot of shielding out of this. The Bucky actually ends up dying, and then rather than using the dash to engage, you can use it to secure the kill, and now that Bucky's the person that is dead, we can kind of just sit on this cart for free for a second and waste a lot of time. Because now they're forced to kind of come back and they have to converge, and now we have the dash to leave. Very, very good. Demon makes this room. I love this room. I call this one the torture room because it's very good for causing people to not be able to push you because of the way the demon works. You really like these tight hallways. We go in on the Magik. Never really killing her. Magik is not very good at dying in a combo to Magik, so... Okay. Magneto ult. The dash up in the air was just to make sure that our teammate did not die. It's better for us to die than our healer, obviously. Kind of distracts him a little bit. Okay, huge ultimate from Strange. I love this ult right here. Lately, I've been having a lot of really good ults like this, where you are kind of aware of what your cooldowns are. After I see my yellow flash at the bottom right, I'm always looking, do I have a dash soon? So I can kind of get out of the way, pop the ultimate, and then just cause a really big disturbance. Super sick. Absolutely love it. I tried to dash up in the air to kill him, but it didn't work out. Another very unfortunate situation where we were not able to get the kill on more people. It's kind of tragic that the Bucky was able to get so many kills out of that. But it's okay. We did go 1 for 1 though, so I guess it's not for naught. We had an okay ult. That was a really good timing for it. It's just very unfortunate. Sometimes that stuff just happens. You gotta learn to roll with it. Okay, dash up in this air. And yet again, we're just waiting to see what they're gonna do. This game in particular, they were playing very weak-sided on their backline. They were not helping them very much, and they weren't very aware of what was going on. Namor was an open pick as well. They just didn't play him for the longest time this game. So it worked out a lot better for us in the end, right? Okay. Magik ends up ulting, so it's very important that we go and try to at least get 1 pick so we can make the ground even. Killing the support character, obviously, is a very big win for our team as a whole. And now our teammate can ult. Lovely. And what I want to like make very apparent here is a lot of the stuff that we're doing isn't necessarily mechanically intensive. We're just playing very well fundamentally, and we're moving forward. And whenever we do need healing, we're running either to a health pack or we're making our way to our support, not relying on them to move to us, which is very important. Very, very good. We've also just been hitting our dashes a lot lately. I don't know what it is. I feel like earlier this week I kind of had something click, and then playing this character has become a lot easier for me. And I'm actually very, very, very excited to play a lot more. I don't know why, I've just been really craving to play this character. I actually really enjoy this ult. I think that my Magneto gives a huge bubble. Yeah, this was crazy, dude. My tanks, I don't know what happened. I got the Fiverr coach tanks off of Fiverr on this game. It was huge. Absolutely lovely. All right, and now we're just running back, grouping on cart, making sure that we have 3. Very, very nice. Very good that we don't just like overextend or anything. I probably could run some interference, like to make sure that they're not gonna get back very soon. But we ended up just walking backward, just the more safe pick. Excuse me. Okay. Big L on the dash that we end up whiffing right there, but it's okay. Okay. We see that their Bucky is in kind of a bad spot. He ends up ulting. Place the demon on the tank. This is a tragedy. Do we live here? Yeah, we got hella lucky, I'm not gonna lie. I missed the mag, unfortunate. Okay. And then again, we're behind them. They're not looking at us, and we TP behind. Place down the demon to brawl. Very nice. Same thing. Look at how much ult charge we're getting. Very big kill. Another demon. Demon is just so much more of a consistent thing to use whenever you're brawling like this. It's just so very good. Especially whenever you just put it on these tanks, because they're just going to eat the damage and you're just going to get a lot of shield. Big kill. Having another ult here is actually insane. The demon also, in Darkchild form, I don't see a lot of people use it enough. The same concept still sits there, because the demon is still doing that extra damage. It takes just like a little second to put it down, right? For sustained fights, the demon is still going to be better even when you're in Darkchild if you're using it at the proper timings, which is very, very nice. A lot of people don't do that, which is kind of tragic, but very good first round. We'll go ahead and pause and we'll take a look at the stats. 13 final hits out of 28 kills for the first. A lot of damage going. And while damage is definitely not always an indicator of like, oh, should I be winning or losing? These stats will be a good indicator of like, how often did I get ult? How often did I die? You know, I only have 2 deaths for that entire round, which is huge. Very, very, very nice. It's I see a lot of people harp on like, oh my god, my stats, my numbers are so low. As long as you get the picks where you need them, to be honest, they don't matter as much as people think they do. I think people the number crunchers of this game worry about it are mostly like the people in lower elo that don't exactly know what they're talking about. I mean, all that matters is that you get the picks where you need to. I like this angle up here. It allows us to open up an alleyway for healers to look at us and heal us when we need. And we can also pressure, like this Bucky's having to look away from the team. He comes up there. Very big kill. He just walks right into the minion. Super duper great. Very, 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 very grand. Oh my gosh. Okay, same thing. We're sitting up here is just a very good way to pressure and then just make sure, hey, if this person steps out of line, we're going to have a very big opportunity to dive backline. But at the same time, I like sitting up there as well, because if we go ahead and take a look, I like this area because also you're able to drop back, and if you need to peel for support and you need to go help them, like how we did just now when the Magik dove. The Magik dove, we dropped immediately after seeing her whiz by, and now we're over here, we're helping her support and maybe having a chance to kill her, right? So it's very, 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 very nice to sit up there on that angle. You don't always have to be the star flanker. You know, we have a very, very interesting team comp for this, so I don't want to just straight up abandon them. Especially whenever we're not running triple support with Invisible Woman. Wait, we are. Yeah, we are. I'm stupid. Ignore that. I was looking at their team. Okay, same thing. Just building up as much ult charge as we possibly can. Look at the bottom right. We're gaining it really quick. Magik is really good at getting ult charge if you have the demon doing a lot of work. Very awesome portal angle to make sure that we can jump up. Now that this ult is going, this wasn't something that was calmed. It was just very lucky that the Strange ended up ulting, but we make the most out of it. Very nice. Big dash. Huge dash. We've been landing our E's way more consistently lately, man. Go into the practice range, set the monster at the very bottom of the area that, like, so that for aim training, set it to Jeff. And then just try dashing onto the Jeff as much as you possibly can and make it move really fast. That's the best way to practice landing your E, or your dash, your knock up, for those of you interested. Very big pick. This was very risky because we ended up using a portal to get onto him. But we actually ended up living. Thankfully. We had just barely made it because of a rocket ball. Awesome. Very lovely. Love seeing them whiz by. Very, very good heal-oriented ability. Okay, again, we flank, not necessarily having to use our engage abilities, just popping the demon down, making sure that we have the demon there to do a lot of damage. Still behind us. It's a very good way to get up onto this high ground, by the way, for those of you who don't know, is jumping up on this little lip right here, jumping up here, and then you can just jump up and portal, and then you should be able to make it fine. Okay, again, we go in on the Punisher, we miss, and then we immediately disengage. We just, unfortunately, he pulled out the glick, and then we started getting crapped on a little bit. Unfortunate, but not too bad. Here, I think the call is for our team to just back up. Anybody that was about to die and got very close should just die as fast as they can so we can get ready for the next spot. Not bad. Very, very good. By the way, off topic, guys. The new monster that they have, the Zero Sugar one that tastes like, it's like a Hawaiian Punch. Go buy that. It's so fucking good, man. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry. I was just looking at the can and I was kind of infatuated. Okay, same concept as before, right? So we're sitting here, we're holding this really important piece of high ground because we do not want them to have this. This is a really good lane because we're also able to see, does somebody have the high ground up here on the left, or we're the only people up here on this side. If they're AFK, like this or this Bucky, which I don't even think I noticed that because of like the angle I'm looking at. But if their supports, say their Strange walks up, and then this guy's on the turret, he's kind of like a, he's kind of like a gargoyle, can't really move too much. But say this like Invisible Woman, it just happens to like walk backward over here. It's a really good opportunity for us to just like kind of go in and get a free kill. But also just like throwing things out there to be you carry games pretty often as a dive character. You would, a lot more than you think, just by being there, your presence being known. Huge dash, that's what I'm talking about. We'll go ahead and take a look. So notice how Punisher is jiggling left to right here. for the most part, and he's standing in one place. When you're above the characters, there's a lot less, you have a lot more safety with when, like, you dive onto them, which is super duper great, right? Um, because we're able to kind of use the dash, we have a lot less, room for error here because of the angle that we're looking at, and that's a big part of the reason why I love playing these high points on Magik. Big kill, and then he's the main damage dealer that's on their backline, so now we can just go back to our team. Super important that instead of running away from the Magik, we help the team. We really do not want her. We killed the Punisher. This is still a very even fight if this Magik kills our supports, right? So she ends up dashing in, turning immediately after we hear that, knowing she's in the backline to help her supports is huge, and that makes so that way we're still winning this engagement, and we're not just having to give up a bunch of ground for no reason. Don't be super scared of the magic ult, so long as you are knowing what to do with it whenever it's there. Just help your teammates, you will be okay. 9 times out of 10, unless they're like Chasm or like Hellas, obviously. Okay, huge angle for us to ult here. Very, very big. This is why I love this window. Check this out. Big dub. Just so much damage. So much damage. Big projectile. It's massive. Okay, and just dumping as much damage as we possibly can. Strange, I believe, gets away here, but that's okay. Nope, he actually does die. Lovely. And they actually ended up saving the Invisible Woman ult, so thankfully for the sake of content, we actually get to look better for it for no reason, so I'll take it. And right here, same kind of concept. Now we know that they have an Iron Fist. We just dash out, make sure that we don't even give them a chance. Making sure that we're just not overheating. Realistically speaking, even if I do fight him and kill him, afterward I'm in such a crappy spot that these guys are just going to converge through the doorway or come up here in anyway, and I'm going to die. So it's very important that we're just like, there's nothing to be gained. You need to kind of put it on a pedestal of like how, if like in a point scale, from 1 to 10, is this going to be like an 8-point play, or is this going to be like a 5-point play? Because you want to be as high above the 1 threshold as possible. Dashing out would, in this case, in my opinion, be the 8-point play. Killing the guy and getting away is a 10, but we're probably not going to be able to do that without burning all of our cooldowns, right? So just backing off and playing for the consistency is the better idea here, obviously, 100%. Okay. Playing up here on the high ground with the Strange, he's trying to block because I think he knows our Strange has ult. And yet again, back up onto this top part, gives us a really good angle, gives us a lot of safety. Dropping down so we can peel for our team. Again, another demon placement. Very, very nice for building ult. And again, retaking the high ground, we see the Strange ult, immediately go in and help him. Immediately. If it's a 5-man team play, I want to emphasize this. If it's a team play that all of your team is committing to, it's better for all 6 of you if all 5 of them are going to die, it's best for all 6 of you to at least float the play and try it. Because even so, if all 5 of your teammates die and you end up dying for a play like this as well, well, I mean, the same outcome was going to be there even if you lived, correct? So you want to be aggressive. You want to make sure that you're taking these chances. Sometimes if your team is making a really good-looking play, do not hesitate. Go as fast as you can. Again, same thing. He ults. The attempt that is there to kind of go run in there and help out the team. But I think that overall, I think we actually do end up just faltering and losing this point. Which is okay. It happens. Dashing back, just running backward. This is a really good angle. We almost have Darkchild again. We're playing for it. We're just waiting on our projectile one more time, but we don't even need it. And immediately, popping the Darkchild, going around this bend, and it's damage time. We're still alive. We got very lucky, building a lot of bonus HP. There we are at our 400 HP. Big kill on the Punisher. Even though we didn't kill a whole lot of people, I just want to take a second. Look at how many people are coming through this doorway, right? And now look at how many people aren't looking at the doorway because of what we are doing, right? So think of it this way. Let's count how many hard CCs that they have, not including ultimates, right? 1. They have a hard CC. because Bucky's the only one that has one. He can punch us, right? But if he misses, it doesn't matter, right? Even if we die here, it gives an opportunity in OT for our team to touch, giving us a very, very good opportunity to save this round, especially if you go ahead and look at the realization that, hey, Cloak and Dagger's at 97%. Hey, Invisible Woman's at 80%. Rocket's at full 100%, and Magneto's at 90%. It's very important that whenever we're doing these things, the entire time that I was going and ulting on this angle right here, I'm holding tab, seeing who's alive and how many ults we have. This is why I decided, hey, I should engage here. Even if I die, at worst, my team gets onto the point and they can stall. At best, I kill 5, we run that pack, and then we get the money for this game, right? We get the free elo. But it ends up working out pretty well for us because we brought so much. A lot of people are going to be like, well, your healer came around the corner for you. Yes, but they only had that option because of us playing here, causing such a disturbance. We did our job. This is the absolute definition of what your job in Darkchild is. Take aggro so your team can play something, right? They were going to be stuck in this doorway with a strange shield posted in front of the door, right? This is just a very good ultimate overall. Sorry for the self-glaze. I had to make it very clear. Very, very good. Super lovely. And just an overall W of a match. We ended the match with 50 kills and 3 deaths with 23 final hits. But we caused a lot of problems for the other team. We were there when we needed to be. We peeled for our supports. This is how you want a team fight. This is how you want to provide the help for your team that you need. A lot of what we did was not even mechanically taxing. We had some great dashes here and there, right? But overall, it's just playing smarter. Work smarter, not harder. Don't do these things the hard way. Always give yourself the best area, the best location on the map that you can to get a very, very good play for yourself, right? Because overall, you saw that they swapped a Magik earlier. No hate at all, but the guy got gapped a bit because he wasn't playing for his team in the same way that we were. So we were the team player that helped our team, and we were able to get kills because of it. We weren't, hey, my team needs to come to me. Be the person that your team can rely on, but also make sure that they want to help you and feel comfortable relying on you, right? Because both things they go hand in hand together. It's very, very important. But I'm done. I love you guys so much. Let's try to get 10K subs by the end of the weekend. I would love that, and I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for everything. Unironically, you're the best. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.